My channel again. My name is Lukman and this is just Ashiru. So today we're going to talk about some things that are somehow relevant but not that relevant in the phone industry. So I was going through some series of phone and I realized how observant naming could be, how important naming could be. Obviously, smartphone OEMs should know about this, but how well do you think they know about this? So recently, I just got without even going deep down into the ecosystem. You can even define a smartphone by just their names. But this is something that some smartphone companies take for granted. Okay, now let's just go down through some lanes. Let's start from the iPhone, the Apple people. Now the iPhone, for example, now if I mention the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 8, without thinking too much, without further ado, you can tell me which one is better, which one is the bigger boy, which one is the best between the two of them. So that make it easier for you to assimilate or to talk about the two of them. Though that English is wrong, we must pretend. But continue on. But what about if you go into 1 year itself between iPhone 30 Pro, iPhone 30 Pro Max, iPhone 13 mini? In fact, even in the iPhone series, they just have two smartphones. They have the normal one and the Pro versions. So the normal one consists of the iPhone 13, 30 Pro, while the Pro version is the 13 Pro, 13 Pro Max. You see why I call it two different categories, because the normal version can have the same specs, just that one is smaller, one is bigger. Though there'll be some battery changes and both, but the overall performance will be almost or even equal. While the Pro Max 2 and the Pro, the same thing. So, but now let's go down the Android lane. You see, let's go to a random smartphone that we don't even really know about, but we know about the normal Vivo smartphone. Now you see, Vivo started their phone launching with the Vivo Y1s. Yeah, the Y1s. Now this Y1s was launched at November 2020. Yeah, 2020, and it started at a price of roughly 51,000 naira, and it was at 32 gig ROM and 2 gig RAM actually. So with a battery of 30 mAh. Then after like 7 months later, that was probably around that June 2021, they launched another smartphone, the Vivo Y53s, which this was still have the carton with it, Vivo Y53s. Now, actually, they launched two phones in a month interval. They launched the Y53s and the Y53s 5G. Now, they launched the 5G first and the 53 a month later. The two of them have the same spec, no difference at all, but yet they have different price range, at least with a price of 20,000 naira. So even the 5G, you pay 20,000 more, which I don't see a reason why I should also switch to 5G yet. Then after some time later, they launched, that was around August, they launched two phones actually. They launched the Vivo Y21 and Vivo Y33. Now Vivo Y21 and 33, looking at the two phones, apart from the color gradient, which I can see from this one, I see no main difference between the two smartphones. Now these two smartphones have almost exactly the same specs, 3 cameras, same size, almost same size, the same water drop notch at the front, and nothing much. But yet they still try to give it more price over. In fact, the same processor and everything, but different name. So then lastly they now launched the Y15s, which was meant to be the second phone to be launched this one launched, I think around October or November again, which was launched. So what is the main point here? The main point is, now with all this like this, now you can't easily keep track of time actually. You can't keep track of phones. So it is very hard for you to step up, because this is not an upgrade anymore. This is like upgrade, downgrade, upgrade, downgrade, and downgrade. So it makes everything to look more combust at the middle. So now, and also, I also have a perfect example again, which was the Oppo lineup also again. You see, Oppo did launch the Oppo Reno 7, which is a bit popular phone that we all know. Now we have the Oppo Reno 7Z and 7 Lite. So you got me thinking that what is 7Z, what is 7 Lite? Only for me to discover that the 7Z and 7 Lite are exactly the same phone with 1 month difference, and yet they have different price. I think the 7 Lite is more expensive than the 7Z. Now that is not the point of the key. The point of the key is, now whenever we hear the word light, we know that okay, this means the smaller version of the initial smartphone, like this Camo X Lite, or so. But instead, this Oppo Reno 7 Lite is more expensive and has a better feature than the base model Oppo Reno 7, which was more convincing. Okay, now someone that have the mentality of, oh, the word light means lighter phone or lesser features, the Oppo have actually tweaked that mentality, and boom. That means every smartphone, they all have different way of naming their smartphone, which should be in a way that follows human mentality, because even the Tecno, for example, now Camon 19 New, the Camon 19, the Camon 19 Pro, the Camon 19P, the Camon 19 Premier, these five phones, which of two are exactly the same smartphone also again, no difference. And similar also went to other things again, and more and more. And now another point of naming is, you see, this thing is more with more. This thing is more common with some smartphone OEMs, like the like of the Samsung, and in fact most of the Android smartphone. They like to put the word 5G on smartphone. We don't need to. This is a trend for 2020 till 2022, and phone are still being 5G. You see, and you say the Samsung A53 5G, the A52 5G, which, and the difference between the base model and the 5G model won't be that much. But that name 5G itself make the name to be too long and too hard to track, and that is why we can't get a perfect smartphone. We can't get a perfect smartphone linking up with all the smartphone right here. So that is all for today. My name is Lukman, and this is Ashiru. And please don't forget to like and subscribe, because my phone is ringing. That's my phone. Yeah. Again, sorry again. So that's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Lukman, and this is Ashiru. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.